Now before I begin the video, I just want to make some announcements. First off, I've lost several parts in the repair I was doing, so I can't make a full repair video. Secondly, this video will be starring AppleBoy, but also another character based off this comment, which gave me the idea to create Google Pixel Boy. Thanks for the idea, pandas are neat. Thirdly, there are extras at the end, so if you're watching the premiere of this video, stick around to the end. Or if you're watching the video in regular format, you can just skip to the end, I don't know, you do you. Fourthly and lastly, for those watching the premiere of this video, I am saying this at the outset of this video because you should probably know that this is going to be one of my longest videos on this channel. So, if you have a very thin attention span, you can watch this video, but you'll probably clock out in the middle of it. So with that, let's begin.
Hey, come here. Yeah, you.
Hello? Hey, Pixel Boy! Pixel, listen! Google Pixel Boy.
Yeah!
Damn, your name is so long. Want to do a trap on AppleBoy, though?
Are you stupid? He has that Uno reverse card, though!
Well, actually, I got 2 from his room, and even if he has one, 2 easily beats 1.
Alright then.
So, you win, Pixel Boy?
You know what? I'm in. Also, let's go, Pixel Boy, you idiot!
What's going on, guys? It's AppleBoy. Wait, what the hell is that noise?
Ready? Yeah, let's do it!
Okay, here we go again. Get him! Oh my god. Would you guys ever shut up? AppleBoy, what the hell are you doing?
It is time for all of you to die!
Hey, well, you're gonna go through.
I'm free to be what I wanna be, see what I wanna see. Nothing stopping me, world in front of me, that's for sure. Wanna know how? I let them know that I'm keeping it fresh, keeping it cool, like it's 1992. Lay in the shed, dipping the pool, don't wanna jump, up to you. Keeping it hot, keeping it cool, like it's 1992. I'ma do what I do.
What's going on, guys? It's AppleBoy, and in this video we are going to talk about the September event, but I didn't say this video would be long for nothing. We will also talk about the WWDC2021 event in this video. I hope we have enough time to talk about it before AppleBoy and Google Pixel Boy come back. But let's get started with the Apple Watch. This year, they came out with the Apple Watch Series 7. The most noticeable thing on the Series 7 is the screen is now larger at 41mm or 45mm, making 20% more screen area than Series 6 and over 50% more screen area than Series 3. Actually, in fact, it's so big it can fit a full-size keyboard on the screen. The Series 7 is now also more durable with strong crystals within its thick glass matrix. WR50 water resistance, and for the first time it's now IP6X certified, meaning it's now dust resistant. Series 7 is now able to charge 33% faster than Series 6. And that's everything new on Series 7. Time for iPad. Actually, I'm not going to talk about the iPad 8th gen because it's almost the exact same thing as the last gen, but this year they came out with a completely redesigned iPad mini, which I talked about in my holiday special. The iPad mini now has an all-screen design just like the iPad Pro and iPad Air at 8.3 inches. It'll now go up to 500 nit brightness, it has True Tone, and P3 color. Now just like the iPad Pro and iPad Air, Apple Pencil Gen 2 will magnetically attach to the side of iPad mini. Touch ID is on the iPad mini's top button too. it now also has powerful speakers too. The iPad mini now also has the A15 Bionic chip, the same chip as the iPhone 13 models. The iPad mini now also has 5G. iPad mini comes in 4 colors: space gray, pink, purple, and starlight, which is basically white. And that's it for iPad. Next up is iPhone. This year, they came up with an iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 mini. The iPhone 13 has a notch that's 20% smaller than the 12's. The cameras were rearranged to be diagonal. The 13 is water resistant for up to 6 meters for up to 30 minutes. The 13 now has a feature for video on the camera called cinematic mode. Cinematic mode basically focuses at subjects moving or not automatically. And when someone's head turns to someone, it switches the focus to that person. As a result, it makes a really cool video that actually looks very nice. Here's a video example. The iPhone 13 is now equipped with the A15 Bionic chip. The 13 has 2.5 hours longer battery life than iPhone 12, and the 13 mini will have 1.5 hours longer than the 12 mini. The iPhone 13 now has the sensor shift OIS from the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Basically, it means moving not just the lens, but also the sensor too now. The iPhone 13 Super Retina XDR display is now 28% brighter, meaning it has up to 800 nits brightness. And that's it for the iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 mini. But if you really thought I was done scripting the first part of this video, I'll tell you that we gotta talk about the Pro iPhones this year, but this time, they are actually very interesting. This year, you guessed it, they came out with the iPhone 13 Pro. If you have a 13 Pro right now, you might notice that it responds much faster than normal. And that's because it has a 120Hz ProMotion display. If you don't know what ProMotion is, depending on how fast or slow you are scrolling or moving, the system constantly refreshes frame rates from down to only 10Hz all the way up to as high as 120Hz. The result is a way responsive system which not only feels great, but also saves battery too. Now for the cameras. The iPhone 13 Pro now has a macro capability, which allows it to focus at really close distances. Just like the 13, it also has that cinematic mode feature, and that's it for the September event, but we still got a long way to go. Remember when I heavily forgot to make that one WWDC video? So, I think we should talk about that video too, starting with iOS. This year, they came out with iOS 15. Okay, we got a hectic lot of stuff. So, in FaceTime, we got SharePlay, which in short allows you to share your audio or screen. We also got spatial audio, portrait mode, grid view, voice isolation, and wide spectrum, and surprisingly enough, FaceTime website URL links, which also means you can just invite people calling from PC or Android. So now in Photos, you have an album filled with photos shared by others through iMessage. But not just photos, things that were shared by others that you find through other Apple apps will be tagged with the share's Memoji pic. In Messages, there are now new Memoji updates. There are new stickers and styles to use and choose from. To save space, when sending more than one photo through iMessage, they automatically group up in a pretty cool way. You swipe up to see a different photo, and tap to see all of them. There is now a slightly updated Safari look. You now can use digital home keys and ID cards, like for example, your driver's license. There is now a new feature in the camera app called Live Text. iPhone automatically recognizes words, sentences, and even numbers, allowing you to copy and paste sentences or numbers from a photo. You can even translate words too. The most interesting feature is visual lookup. Let's say there's a flower that you see and you don't know what kind of flower it is. You can take a picture of it and iPhone will automatically recognize it and look it up. In Photos, there's a new look for memories, and now you can pick background music from Apple Music. There is now a new subscription service called iCloud Plus. It allows you to use features like iCloud Private Relay, Hide My Email, and expanded HomeKit secure video support. And that's it for iOS 15. Now for watchOS. This year, they came out with watchOS 8. With the Photos watch face, it now takes advantage of portrait mode. The time can, for example, go slightly behind your head. The Photos watch face's time and date is now font customizable. Now in Photos, you can have memories like on this day memory. Now for the first time ever on Apple Watch, and my personal favorite, you can now send photos to others from Apple Watch. Oh, and I forgot to mention that the Photos app also has a completely new design. In the Home app, you get suggestions for what to do. Like for instance, if someone knocks on your door, your suggestion will be waiting for you in the Home app. In the Home app, there is now an option for full screen on outdoor, indoor, or doorbell cameras. In the Wallet app, you can hold even more things. In Mail and Messages, you can now correct errors with the digital crown. In Messages, you can send GIFs and music. There are now new options in the Mindfulness app, like pause to reflect, mindful minutes, and more. In the Workout app, you can use the fall detection for if you take a semi-fatal fall, Apple Watch will call 911. Now Apple Watch can detect if you bike. You can also do Tai Chi in the Workout app. With Apple Fitness Plus, you can do something called group workouts, which is basically Apple Fitness Plus and FaceTime mixed together. And that's it for watchOS 8. Time for iPadOS. This year, they came out with iPadOS 15. There's now a new multitasking menu. There are also new keyboard shortcuts too. They now brought home screen widgets and the app library to iPad. In Safari, there are now, drumrolls please, visible tab groups, and voice search. Wait, what? Dang, not much new with iPad, I guess. Oh, I guess that's pretty much it for iPadOS 15. Time for macOS. This year, they came out with macOS Monterey. It introduces Quick Note, which can appear in the bottom right corner of your screen. With universal control, it's very straightforward. You can move stuff from your iPad to your Mac. With AirPlay, you can play music from your iPhone to your Mac, and share screen to your Mac, and setup is completely unrequired. Just make sure that they're on the same exact OS, like the newest one. In certain areas on maps, you can get a 3D view when close up. Speaking of distance, you can now also get a globe view. Just like in iPadOS and iOS, you now get the mic and camera indicator, which is actually, for me, kind of a need. You now get low power mode in macOS. With AirPods, you now get spatial audio and dynamic head tracking, so that sound moves everywhere. And that's it for macOS. Actually, you know what? It's currently December as I'm editing this video right now, and I didn't really want to say this video was long for nothing. So, as a little surprise, and it's also not really a surprise because most of you probably know from the thumbnail and the title of this video, let's also talk about the October event, starting with AirPods. This year, they came out with the new AirPods 3rd generation, something I also talked about in my holiday special. It has spatial audio with dynamic head tracking, so sound moves in every single direction. It also has adaptive EQ, so it adapts to your ears by tuning music levels. With a new Apple-designed dynamic driver powered by a custom amplifier, you get rich, deep, and powerful bass on every note. It also has a new contoured design so it can fit into more ears. Now it has a force control sensor, just like the AirPods Pro, on the stem. They now have IPX4 water resistance. Now you get longer battery life and much faster charging. Now in the Find My app, you can basically play a game of hot or cold with your AirPods. And that's it for the new AirPods 3rd Gen. Last but not least, Mac. This year, we got something that has a notch that we have all been waiting for. The new MacBook Pros, which I also have talked about in my last video. To start with, the base model comes with a 14.2-inch Liquid Retina XDR display, which in fact actually has more pixels than the previous 16-inch MacBook Pro, and ProMotion at 120 Hz. The new MacBook Pros are equipped with the new M1 Pro and most powerful M1 Max chip. The M1 Pro has a 10-core CPU, 16-core GPU, 32GB unified memory, and 200GB of memory bandwidth. The M1 Max has a 10-core CPU, a massive 32-core GPU, a huge 64GB of unified memory, and 400GB of memory bandwidth. The 14-inch model's battery life has 17 hours of video playback and 11 hours of wireless web browsing, while the 16-inch model has 21 hours video playback and 14 hours of wireless web browsing. The fans can now move 50% more air because of Apple Silicon, and they don't even have to turn on that often. The 6-speaker sound system now is also on the 14-inch model and has spatial audio. Also, the best part of all, parts! Okay, also for the new MacBook Pros, the Pro models are now made from 100% recycled aluminum just like the MacBook Air. And that's it for WWDC 2021, the September event, and the October event. Thank you guys for watching this video, this really special video. Sorry if this video took so long. I've been very, very busy, but here we are now. So, thank you guys for watching this special video, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Holy done! Finally! This took me 5 months!
I finally get to put this darn video out. I'm so tired I can't even type.